All right, we're live with it. We're live with it. Let's see here. Let's see if it works this time around. Yeah. All right. Hope y'all can hear me now. Let's see if y'all can hear me properly. Check. All right, cut the mic and go ahead and play this song.
I ain't a baller. I ain't a baller. I ain't a baller.
All right, we taping. It's gonna be a red. You can rap to it, whatever you want to do, because all I'm worried about is seeing you say it.
I ain't a baller. Tell a friend, kid, I hit the court and score 40 like Cole did. Tell them again, kid, till they get offended. What's new to what you doing? What you doing is what we been did.
I ain't a baller. Tell a friend, kid, I hit the court and score 40 like LeBron did. Tell them again, kid, until they get offended. What's new to what you doing? What you doing is what we been
Gee,
did.
I shouldn't have let you last 360 days. Sticky burning, head spinning, got lemon in my cup. Don't give a fuck, bitch, what up? I'm trying to bust me a nut. I love weed like pussy, I can't help it, I got a fetish. I be stuck rolling up blunt so purple, the color of lettuce. Burgundy DeVille, honey smoke, rag top leather soft. I'm standing up and screaming GS, bitches, I'm riding off. I don't get nothing with gangsters, I can't fuck with the snitch. I ain't say that I fuck what I say, that I'm up in this bitch. I bounce like I'm out on bail, motherfucker jail. I'd rather just sit in the hood on the steps and make them sales. I'm a PIMP, minus the cane and the perm. I'm about to quadruple my skrilla and the vest of the shirt. Niggas ain't on my level, son, they ain't even a challenge. But on the strength, I rock you like a fresh pair of New Balance. Brim tilted to the side, you shoulda know I'm a player. If you see me with the broad, you shoulda know I'm a slayer. It's GS, motherfucker, we the hottest click out. Talk greasy about the click and get smacked in your mouth. But everything else, dog, you know what we about. And hey, I ain't a baller. Tell a friend, kid, I hit the court and score 40 like Cole did. Tell them again, kid, till they get offended. What's new to what you doing? What you doing is what we been did.
I ain't a baller. Tell a friend, kid, I hit the court and score 40 like LeBron did. Tell them again, kid, until they get offended. What's new to what you doing? What you doing is what we You know been what did. it is. As soon as you come over that bridge, and if you don't know, homie, I'ma show you some shit. Smelling that herb, it's hard just to settle your nerves. In the city where it's easy to find sedatives first, it's cause to complain. My last girl thought I was insane, cause in order to find joy, you have to go through some pains about life, love, pursuit of finding loyalty, finding the girl I want, to find she is not wanting me, hanging up my heart like it was a wooden novelty, thinking something's wrong with me, cause I keep falling short of God's grace. About face, the foul taste, all of my space, my sound stage for outrage, still trying to survive in a city, still dying, rusty metals, stolen copper. Hold up, opera, I'm not ready. Rock bottom to rock steady. I make them lean over like it's top heavy. From a caddy to a Chevy, paper chase like I'm Chevy. I'm a beast, call me Eddie, and there's nothing you can tell me. True feelings, prices risen cause of all the villains. Trials and tribulations we all have to live through. And pockets drumming empty, it's hard not to grind, cause life is a steady hustle, hoping that plenty love you,
But know that plenty hate you. It's just a human nature.
there is the future face you, to put the past behind you. I ain't a baller. Tell a friend, kid, I hit the court and score 50 like M did. Tell them again, kid, until they get offended. What's new to what you doing? What you doing is what we been did.
All right, we taping, baby. Are we taping? What you doing? Where you at? Who you with? You are now tuned in to the Heavy is the Crowd podcast. I'm your host, DL Malone. The artist, Most Blind. The brand, that's Delta 510. It's also the Cash App if you want to throw your boy a buck. It's DELTHA 510. Let's go. Yeah. I first want to start by saying that I've been given a foundation, a resource, and a platform to express my thoughts and opinions based upon my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this life here. All men were created equal in my belief, but we don't think, nor are we all treated equally. And my intent is to gain and deliver knowledge to those in earshot. Shout out to my main man, number 5, for blessing me with the beat. Yo, so that whole other program I was trying to use was just not working. I don't know. It was the software or something. So I had to switch to StreamYard. Yeah, man. I apologize for that because many people had tuned in. They seen the thing and, tuned into the show, and they don't necessarily have a way to reach out to me. But shout out to those people that did reach out to me while we was trying to do the intro on the other software, and it wasn't working properly and we wasn't getting any sound. So, shout out to y'all. So we're going to jump right into it, man. We've been building. As heavy as the crowd, y'all. I'm going to thank all y'all for tuning in. We're up to 189 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys 189 times. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? People keeping me motivated, keeping my morale high. We've been busy doing a lot of things. But to jump straight into it, man, I kind of feel rushed, but it's we don't have much time to build, but we're going to do what we can while we're here right now. And, hopefully it'll be a good enough build. We can get this man to stop right back through again, and we could finish where we left off. But, without further ado, I've been so privileged and honored in this moment to be able to bring my main man on. Now, for y'all don't know, this man is well accomplished. I had a whole nice slow intro that I was going to give y'all about all the accolades and such. But, let me say, there's not too many guys out here that you can say back to back to. And we ain't talking about Drake. We talking about back-to-back state shit, okay? This man that I have on with me tonight is well accomplished. A father, a friend, a comrade. In the ways of the world that we're going through, did I say back-to-back? We talking about back-to-back state football champ. We talking about back-to-back track champ. 100, 200. We're talking about 07, 08. A lot of people that might know him for the doggone OVAC All-Star game. The game-winning touchdown. 92 yards. Put the burners on him. Man, this man's fast, but I got him to slow down just long enough to stop past the show. But I want to welcome y'all and welcome him. Man, I got it all messed up, man. There's nobody. Listen, this is the fastest man I know. Fastest man in Ohio Valley. Fastest man in Ohio. You think I'm lying? Check the stats. We up in the SCO. Okay? This is raw, unadulterated facts. Go check. He got plaques. He got trophies. This man done his damn thing. And we're going to talk about that here tonight. I don't know nobody else. I don't know if y'all know anybody else, but I don't think y'all do because he's the rarest of the rare. You're not going to find someone. Oh, but wait. But wait. This man did his damn thing back to back in 2 sports. Okay? Back to back. Who do you know won state championships in both football and track? Okay? He is the sweet, the elite, the fastest man I know on 2 feet. My main man, Maurice Bougard. Y'all give it up. Yo, my main man, thank you for your patience in all this, and thank you for joining me on the show, man. I wanted to say a whole bunch more, but we're lightweight pressed for time. You know what I'm saying? So I could have talked all that shit for another 5 minutes, and those first 2 that we started just was botched. So, but thank you, my man, for appearing on the show. Respect to you, yo. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta turn your mic on. Okay, now we're here, man. I'm just all rushed and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with a man as fast as this, you gotta move fast.
Nah, we good.
You know what I'm saying?
Have to stop back through.
Yeah, but thank you for coming to the show. Like I said, I got 189 subscribers. Shout out to my podcast pioneers prior to my arrival. Shout out to my loyalists and extremists. And shout out to my day ones in the last days. All right.
Definitely.
So let me jump right in by saying this.
Subscribe, hit the like, all of that. Yes, definitely.
Hit the like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is us rushing through it, trying to get it right. Shout out to my main man C Dash. He's in the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
Dash was a good family.
So yeah, if y'all was trying to tune in a few moments ago, you seen that the software was all messed up. I had to change the StreamYard because we're both busy, got a lot of things going on, and it's just a rarity to get both of us to sit down at the same time and do our damn thing. But back to back, man. Back to back.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to. That's what we're here for. Heavy is the crowd.
Let's talk about it.
Not out.
When did you know you was fast? When did you realize you was faster than everybody else? At what age? Because I know you want to be humble. I know you want to do it, but bro,
no, it's honestly, it's
you got plaques and pictures still staying up to the school to this day.
That's high school though. It's high school. But
I know, but that's what we're here to talk about.
No, but honestly, no, it's not even about trying to be humble about the situation. I was one
back to back.
I was one of the fastest within the circle of God.
Fastest man in the Ohio Valley. Quit playing with me.
No, but I'm saying how it all started pretty much. I was just one of the fastest within everybody within my group, but obviously I wasn't the fastest. But when it got to like around 8th grade or so, I don't know, I just had a certain mentality to start working a little harder, and just from 8th grade on, it just took off.
So it was 8th grade that you knew that you was fast?
It
was just like you was beating people by a large margin, and it was just like
when you start being talked about, after certain margins of races when you're winning, it's just like, all right, maybe he's definitely, then I'm start thinking to myself when you start hearing the chatter, it's definitely,
So it was 8th grade that you realized that you was fast.
8th grade took off. It just from there.
Okay, so I know the 100 and the 200, you was smoking folks. I knew that.
200.
Yeah, you hate the 200.
I never thought it was my race. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
and I didn't like it around my junior year, but then senior year, I was just like, I knew I was good at it. So do what all greats do: perfect your craft.
Mm-hmm. But let's not forget, you was doing the 4x1 and the 4x2, right?
Yeah,
yeah, and y'all was still smoking folks.
Wasn't too much different. You just gotta pass the baton. You just
Right.
Communication, chemistry,
Skill,
teamwork.
teamwork.
You
Yeah,
gotta trust.
definitely a team player.
Something you gotta have trust.
Yeah. Who were those people that you ran the 4x1 and 4x2 with?
I don't want to go in order, but I know Tamari McGee, Detroit Smith, Draylon Pre, and definitely I ran anchor. I ran last leg.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, get that mic right.
Yeah,
Yeah, scoot that mic a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Get right.
Yeah,
we
get
good.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Yeah. So, with that being said, you were the anchor with those teamwork races right there.
Mhm.
Why was that something that you chose, or was that something that the coach chose for you?
What, being anchor?
Yeah, being the anchor.
Strong legs. We were just trying. It's all about figuring out what part of the race everybody is best at. Even though I was definitely powerful out of the blocks, Tamale was just as powerful, big legs, good push off out of the blocks, being able to actually, take off. So he was first. Detroit ran second leg, which was a straightaway. No, hold on. No, yeah. Detroit ran second leg, which is a straightaway, and he ran the 100-meter dash with me. Draylon ran third leg. Third leg is a shorter distance. Now, Draylon is very tall. He about 6'2", 6'3", long leg. So definitely coming around that corner, catch a lot of ground than me being, your fastest with probably.
See, there you go with that fastest. Yeah, being the fastest.
Well, at the point in time, yeah, definitely. I was. Everybody knew what it was when it.
Yeah, but some of the youth don't know right now, so that's why I'm here to give you your flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying to avoid the fact that you got pictures and plaques up in Steubenville High School, man. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people know who I am, but that's the humble part. A lot of people, that's the appreciation. Everybody like, everybody still asks me till this day, are you still fast?
Yeah, and are you still fast?
I don't use these legs for much.
Well, yeah.
Working.
What does it feel like to win a championship? I never competed in school sports. I played in open gym. I was a street baller. You know what I'm saying? People know me out there on the concrete court. You know what I'm saying? But what's the feeling like being a champion?
Being older now, reflecting.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily. I wish I could give you what it feels like when it was happening, because obviously we all wish we could go back to a certain feeling that we wish we would, if you were playing that type of, if you were playing sports in general, if you won anything that meant something dear to you,
right.
But as far as individually, as far as track, I'll say it felt great. Giving my mom that, that medal that she always wanted. That she definitely, told me at the beginning of the year, when you make it to state, I want this medal. I'm gonna be at the end of the line, and definitely she was there. And then, my dad, seconded with, I need 200. So that actually, So, but that feeling right there, that actually was something that definitely, made me appreciate winning a championship at an individual level, team level.
Yeah, but we'll get to the other sport. We on the track right now.
Okay, but yeah, on the
team side, did y'all win state? Did you win the state?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is where I would correct you. So it was how they do the years is 05, 06,
okay,
06, 07.
Okay.
So that was my years. So.
My bad.
No, you.
My bad.
Nah, that's straight. Nah,
but I mean, it's back to back no matter how you count it. So
definitely.
So the back to back in track was 05, 06, and then the football was 06, 07?
No, No, they say when they say back to back in track, pretty much is not even necessarily back to back. They're just calling me a 2-time state champion.
Okay.
So 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, I'm a 2-time state champ because I'm a champion. It's an individual championship.
Right.
So
right. Look at him trying to be all humble with this shit. I appreciate you correcting me though.
That's just what it is. No, but you know.
So with the winning those track state championships were basically for your parents, you know, and I know it. My question for you is, when you won, did you cry?
That's a good ass question. Did
you cry though?
No. I think I have a picture in the paper where I crossed the finish line and I dropped to my knees, but I didn't cry, but it was just thanking the man up above for, letting me continue to go forward.
And crossing that finish line first.
Pretty much, yeah, man. Because going to state every year from freshman year, going up to senior year, and from freshman year getting better and better each year, and then finally actually getting to the top feels great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the grind. That's what everybody works for with anything that you're doing in life in general. Once you finally get to that tipping, that top of that mountain where you actually want to be, it just feels good, like you won a championship. So yeah, with that being said, everybody, is a champion within themselves when they actually accomplish something that you want to accomplish. Like, for instance, yourself moving forward with this, podcast, which, I'm glad to, actually finally jump on, because, you've been applying the pressure.
I have been applying the pressure, man. Just trying to build.
Definitely pioneering it, man. With everything that you're doing for real. Like,
man, I appreciate that. Much respect to you, my man. But it's not about me, it's about you. You know what I'm saying?
Throw the plug in.
Yeah. Quick promo, you know what I'm saying? Heavy is the crowd, $510 is the cash app. Yeah. Make sure you hit the cash app, man. Just throw your boy a buck. Let me know you're listening. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my main man, Maurice Bougard. Can I call you Mobo?
Yeah.
All right, Mobo. My main man, Mobo.
Everybody knows me anyway.
Yeah. So with that being said, we move right into the football aspect of things. Now, with football, it's definitely more of a team sport. Like I said, I remember you most for that 92-yard burner you put on that dude, that quarterback's name, Rocchio.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Rocchio. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
What school did he play for?
Bel Air Big Reds.
Bel Air Big Reds. See, Big Red's big wherever you go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with that, what positions did you play in football?
Well, as far as altogether, I've always been a receiver, slot receiver. Played fair share of running back freshman year. I did a lot of defense growing up, like 8th grade, 9th grade, but then after that, just became strictly receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sophomore year, that's when I started getting my name a little bit in the high school football world.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I was itching my leg. But no, that's how I started getting my name in the football world sophomore year. Kickoff returns, wasn't too many people having kickoff returns around the valley, or in general. And I actually was like leading the valley, leading around the
area, the Ohio Valley,
Tri-Valley, wherever you want to,
Tri-State.
Yeah, thank you. With like 4, 5 or so, something like that, maybe 4. Yeah. But yeah, like definitely and set up to good blocking from all of the guys back then. It's a lot of people to name, but
yeah, let's go ahead and name a few.
Salute to them. Like, honestly, like I really don't remember on that. It was really a collective of people, because that's why I said I was a sophomore. So like on that line, it was like a lot of older guys that,
balled out.
Salute. I'm trying to think.
I mean, let's not
Yeah, it was
look
definitely-
past, you played with Bronco Busick, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was actually a senior. Bronco was sophomore. Yeah, sophomore.
Okay.
So that's my guy, man. He came into the game, man. We always had to show him the Big Red way, but he already, he was understanding what it was because he was just coming at an early age, so he knew what to expect coming into the game. So good player.
Yeah, shout out to Bronco.
Definitely played with us. So yes, definitely shout out to Bronco. He came in as a beast. He knew it.
Yeah, man. Now, when you're playing a team sport and you look at things in hindsight,
Mhm.
was it a more cherishable feeling winning with teams as opposed to winning by yourself on the track side?
Like, what do you?
I'm saying, like, because as a team,
Well,
everybody, it's like the team. The
well,
team
I
won.
was just gonna say, well, honestly, as a team, it's a common. Obviously, winning a championship singly, individually, collectively, me and you as a team, duo, it's going to feel good regardless. But
Did you cry though? Did you cry though?
No. You can't
Yeah.
throw that in. No, but no. Like, no, with a team, like I said, it's you're sharing.
Right. Sharing is caring.
It's not always going to feel the same with you taking some of the credit when by yourself you're taking all the credit. But then again, you can't take all the credit because the people who got me ready for to get my legs ready, to get my starts ready, to have me focused on how I run down the track, I give them credit, but at the same time, I'm the one who you have to perform.
Right.
So,
right.
With that being said, so individually, it's definitely going to feel a lot better individually than it will
Because you can have all the credit.
Exactly. Everybody always wants all the credit, especially if it can get you where you want to be.
Yeah.
And in this case, running good times, winning championships individually in a certain sport like that gives you the push that you need to go forward if you're willing to pursue that. Same in football. I mean, because you are looked at individually, but you still have to play a team sport. You have to put yourself into the team sport.
Yeah.
You have to put your individual self into it to stand out for them to
Was it better winning the first time around or the second time around in either sport? Ooh, I'm hitting you with them questions though.
Might have to hit that one again. Man. First or second time around? I'll say second time around both sports, football senior year and track senior year, because it's your farewell. It's your last hurrah. You ain't gonna see. You might see some of these people again, depending on where you go to school. But as far as some of the people that you're running with, like on your team,
yeah,
honestly, when I went further down the line in my school career, I actually went to school with a few people that I went to high school with, but I never seen them.
Okay.
Like, went to the same college and just seen you once or twice.
Yeah.
Every month or so, just passing by. Yeah.
Just dapping them up. Hey, what's up? Peace.
Went to school.
Keep moving.
Literally went to school with 3 people, 2 guys, two guys, 1 female.
Okay.
Never seen the female. Never. the two guys play football. I didn't see them, and then the one guy actually ended up transferring out, and so obviously I'd never seen him again.
Mm. So let me ask you this. So you accredit some of your winnings towards the training and the conditioning that the coaches gave you.
100%.
But we do have to admit that some of it was a gift. Some of your speed was a gift. Are there any other fast people in your family? When he was growing up, they're like, that boy fast.
Well, yeah. My once I started breaking out sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
That's when I started hearing from, my mom and them talking about my dad's side,
Mm-hmm.
and my uncles and them coming to actually see me run, saying, "Oh yeah, he run like such and such," and so that's when it started trickling down. Like I run like my dad's and those people.
Okay.
So that's when it, so, but then even my one uncle actually, even when my one uncle actually see me run, he even said that, I was running fast, but I wasn't like that. I wasn't like that at all. And then now I got actually a cousin that went to Weirton. Actually, I think he's in college now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I think so, but or he's going to college. It's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess he was lightning. Like
No name drops.
Nah, I can't name drop.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to being fast and the things that it takes to succeed in sports,
mm-hmm.
What were some of the important exercises that your coaches trained you through to help you get your form better? The strength and conditioning side. What were some of the important things like that you could give to other people, to the youth coming up right now that's training in sports right now? What were some important exercises and training and lifts and things that you needed in order to fine-tune your craft?
Number one, I can't say. Can I say number one?
No particular order.
Core. You have to have a good core. You have to have a good stomach. You have to have, that's your, besides your legs being your foundation,
mm-hmm.
your core, your midsection is your foundation.
What's a good exercise for that?
Course,
for your core?
I mean, of course, typical, your traditional, your traditional sit-ups, crunches, side crunches. I actually like to do knee ups, side to side, touching a band to get fast motion resistance.
Okay.
What else? Core.
What about clean and jerks? Did you ever do clean and jerks while you were training in the gym?
Not for track.
Not for track?
No, that was something we did for football, weight training.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Our weight training program, honestly, middle school through high school is, top tier, man. Everybody that's went through the program knows, like, a lot of people don't like
death row.
Not even death row, just certain days in the weight room in general. A lot of people are not, people want to lift. I don't think lifting was as popular as it is now as it was back then. Nobody wasn't always willing to want to,
do barbell lifts,
bench, mountain climbers. A lot of people don't even want to change out of their clothes anyway during school to even do anything. So back then, you might still have kids nowadays that feel like that, but I feel like nowadays you have a lot more kids that are motivated to actually be in the gym lifting more than what we were. But even though generations are a little different because we were more willing to be outside more than the kids that are inside nowadays.
We outside.
Facts.
We outside with it. As you can see the background right there, the background of Steubenville, Ohio. I think it's about right there, right there is where Big Red's at.
What's that? Like my house.
It's back like that way. Yeah, man. Shout out to all my people in the hood right now, all my people in Steubenville, Big Red. This is Heavy as the Crowd. I'm with my main man, Maurice Bougard. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. You call it how you want. You can try to put a spin on it, but it's back to back. Man, you done won championships, bro. I'm talking to a champion right here. He got plaques. Check the statistics. Check it all. Well, I encourage you because I don't lie to kick it.
I actually have people that actually I still got stadium records and whatnot in certain places.
Okay, well, tell me some about some of them records you got. First off, hold on. Before you tell me about the records, what was your time in the 100?
Fastest time was 10:4, 10:45.
10:45. 10:4, good buddy.
First track meet was a 10:5, but a couple meets after that, I ran a 10:5, 10:45.
Yeah.
200 meter dash, 21.3, 21.35 or 21.33. It's one of those.
Yeah.
That's.
Was there anybody that really made you push on that track? Like you was running, you was like, oh snap, like this dude might get me. No, that's him trying to be. Oh, you didn't want to answer. You didn't want to answer.
Actually, no. I never really met my match. Until senior year, and it's rare that you even run into. I felt like it was rare that I would run into anybody that was even close, that would be close by me because of how I was running and the confidence that I had back then. So I never.
Now, was it the first half of the race or the second half of the race where you felt the fastest? All because
of how I took off. My block work was, I put a lot of practice into my block of coming out of the blocks. Yeah. Like I would leave practice, go home, eat, chill for a little bit. Somebody that one of the old coaches that's not around anymore, he actually used to pick me up. This was like my junior year, and he used to come and pick me up, and we'd go to the track, and he used to have these little pieces of plywood with handles on them. Okay. And he would literally, like, I would get in the blocks because I would actually, our coach, can I, hold the block overnight or whatever, because I knew I would probably be coming back up here to do this, because he would tell me, they would always tell me, the first person out of the block, always, the first person out of the block, if you can, the way that I run, if I can get out of the block quicker than everybody else, I can obviously progress and, make my way forward down the track.
And it's definitely like it demoralizes them when they see you out front like that.
Because the way that I ran, my bounce off the balls of the way that I bounce off my feet, it's almost like a deer running, the way that the hop, the gather is. So, but he used to literally pick me up and used to clap these pieces of plywood together to mock the sound of the gun. So I would literally be out there probably about hour and a half, just reacting to the clap, measuring how far my that first step is out to the number. I would always try to mark for that next track meet, how far do I want to get out during the race and whatnot. So with that being said, your calves. You definitely have to work on your calves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your legs in general, just, with me, I'm not the biggest person. I'm not the biggest now. I'm pretty almost, a little bit heavier than what I was in high school, obviously. But like, I squatted, but after a while, like, I started realizing squatting wasn't doing much but killing my back. But free squats with dumbbells, lunges, stretching. Stretching is probably one of the most important things to my success in track is stretching.
Being limber.
Being very flexible because of how I can kick my leg, how long I can kick my legs out to run to cover that much ground.
What type of shoes were you wearing when you were running? What brand name?
Nikes.
Nikes?
A lot of people didn't like my shoes.
Why not?
They were netted.
They were netted?
Yeah.
So the air could go through and keep your feet cool.
And that's the thing with me. I didn't wear socks and track shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Felt like it weighed you down or what?
Growing up, I was always watching some of the greats,
such as
Maurice Green. Well, some of my goats in track, Maurice Green,
Mhm.
Michael Johnson. Obviously, I'm giving Usain Bolt the top honor.
Yeah.
Tyson Gay, Safa Powell. Man,
those were the people that you looked up to or tried to emulate?
Mainly, it was Maurice Green. Maurice Green was probably one of the first people I actually heard of in track. I've heard of Michael Johnson, but not as much as Maurice Green.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we have the same name, so
right.
I'm attracted. Pause.
Yeah.
No, but I was definitely as a youngin wanting to so he was one of the first people that I actually heard before I even got into track at all.
Yeah.
So
was Maurice Green.
Yeah, it was Maurice Green. Was one of the first people I actually heard of. So when I actually started getting more into track, that's when I started learning about the Tyson Gays and the Justin Gatlins of the world. And so,
what about well, no, this is probably a little bit after your career, but what about your boy from Jamaica too, Johan Blake? He was a beast. He used to have that thing where he went like this when he came out.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Yeah, but I just felt like a lot of people certain people stood out more to me. But I'm not saying he didn't stand out. But you saying people that emulate and to imitate and whatnot. I seen. I used to just literally. That'd be the first thing to my mind. YouTube, or whatever access I had. That's who I would look for back then. So, I'm not saying I wasn't looking for Johan, but
you're right. But he definitely was a beast.
Yeah, definitely give him his flowers as well.
And you were dope in football too, super fast. You were doing more than just running streaks. You know what I mean?
Definitely was.
Who was throwing the ball to you?
The GOAT.
The GOAT, yeah.
The GOAT. Zachary Kalaris.
Yeah, shout out to him.
The back-to-back champion in the CFL as well right now.
Shout out to Zach.
Playing for the Blue Bombers. I mean, what can you say about?
Yeah, you had such a great person throwing you the ball,
man. But
did you when you were playing with him at that time? Did you foresee like you was like, man, this man is gonna do some things?
Well, what's so funny? Seventh grade, we was hearing about like before he just got into before he just got into it, before he just came to Harding and whatnot, we was always hearing about him.
Mhm.
So, when he finally got there, and it's like, man, who is this dude? And we found you seen who he was, and I was like, oh, okay. But as younger, you don't really realize, you don't really get the picture. And then 8th grade hit, and that's when you start realizing, all right, he's really him.
Yeah.
Like, and then 9th grade. Well, see, as time went on during those years, those 8th and 9th grade years, I ventured off and started playing baseball, and I never, I started playing a sport that I never knew,
Yeah.
So, and that was on the strength of them, getting to know them as well. So,
Yeah.
Knowing them through baseball, now I'm starting to know how much better he really is in every other sport, because he plays every fucking thing.
Right. Right.
Everything. And he's good at every fucking sport. Like, and it's crazy. Like, so why wouldn't you want to be on a team or play with somebody
that you seen was going to be great?
That's just like you saying you don't want to play with LeBron, Kobe, or MJ when it's coming with a win.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how it was during, football. Like, they were saying it back in the day on that old website, JJ Huddle. They were saying, when my class gets to our junior year and the class before us, Angelo Magnum, Ralph Petrella, R.I.P. Demetrius, Sam Busick, Bellardine, man, I can go on it. But with our class, when they said they seniors, juniors, they were already predicting us to win the state championship.
It was like 30-0 or something like that.
When it was all said and done with our class, went 15-0, 2 years in a row.
Who were the teams that you played in both of those championships?
First one was Columbus DeSales, if I'm not mistaken. Columbus DeSales, and the second one, senior year, was Kettering Ulster. I actually forget where. Yeah, Kettering Ulster. I forget where they're from, but I think that's where it is, Kettering. But Kettering Ulster. Yeah. Archbishop Ulster or something like that. Yeah, definitely.
Did y'all smack them off, or was it a close game?
What, senior? About the Kettering?
Which one gave you more of a challenge? Let me ask that.
Senior year.
Yeah.
If challenging, they were both, because first year, obviously we're playing in -2 degree weather, freezing cold. But it's ice on the field. But that's the game. Jeremy Presley ended up breaking his. I think he broke his ankle. It was something crazy. It was something crazy, but
right.
But shout out to him. I actually just recently seen him as well. Senior year, it was crazy because I felt like we could have blew the doors off of them.
Yeah.
But then I felt like we got too conservative
with the play calling.
Yeah. We wanted to ease up, and then we end up letting them score. And I felt like we could have kept on running it up between, honestly, me and Stevie, because Stevie had a touchdown. I had the first touchdown. Stevie had a touchdown where Stevie Davis.
Okay.
Shout out to Stevie. To where he's running away from people like this, waving by. So you can't tell me there's no way we don't have any other plays in the playbook, not to get open or anything like of the sort. But, at the time, I guess, being conservative, trying to run the clock down. And we end up winning by 1-2 points or something. It was not even that much.
Yeah.
Senior year, like it 3 points or something like that. It was definitely ended up being a nail biter to the point where if Stevie Davis didn't block the field goal, they would have had a championship.
Mm.
So that was the one.
That was the one.
So to win that, actually, that was more refreshing. That was actually that was the challenge. That was a bigger challenge.
Mm. What did you want to be when you grew up? Was it doing sports, or was there something else that you felt like was your calling?
I never knew. Honestly, I never put any thought into that until one day my mom, as far as life, I never really put any thought into that. But I said something to my mom one day, and she literally said, "You told me all you want to do is play football for Big Red. That is one of the main things you want to do." And I literally looked at her, I said that at a little, she said, told me that at 5 years old, you want to play Big Red football.
Mm.
I said, what the hell? What's wrong with me? And look at me now.
Look at me now.
I played Big Red football.
Yeah, man. And ran track too, man. Champion 2 times. 2 times. 2 chains.
As I get older, man, I get more numb to it. I don't.
You don't try to live.
Yeah,
live
no, because
Do you ever watch tape of yourself back in the day? If the other software was working, I'd have brought some up. But
no, honestly, recently I just seen an old track coach, now principal, Mr. Gorman.
Shout out
Gorman.
to him.
Just recently seen him and asked him, do we have any old track footage? I actually have football footage on YouTube. Couple of games from junior year, a couple of throws from Zach to me.
Yeah, there was like a 32-yarder that was a dope one too.
Yeah, we got the back to back.
It was like a bootleg. He rolled to the right, and then he threw it back to the left, and that's a hard throw to begin with.
Listen.
And you burnt the dude. You had probably about 3 4 yards on him, and then you caught it over the shoulder, like in the end zone. Yeah. I don't remember that.
That was Beaver. Yeah, that was Beaver local. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
But
did you say anything to that guy after you scored?
No, man. Listen, I'm not
the talker.
I am not the talker.
Mm-hmm.
Now there might be some people that be like, "Oh, you a damn lie." That's as I got older, and during like the old guys league, flag football leagues that that I've been in after but during them times I didn't talk unless provoked, or unless it's getting all crazy, but nobody really. I never.
No.
Nah. I wasn't. Nah.
Yeah.
I might now track.
Was a different story.
That was a little different story. I was talking a little shit. I was talking shit.
Breathing technique, I would imagine, would be just as important on both sides of the football and the track. Were there any breathing exercises that they taught you during your strength and conditioning that helped you?
No, honestly, because of how in shape they got us during football, during Big Red football period, man. Like the conditioning, if you're not in shape by the end of camp, by the week of game 1, if you're not in shape from everything from the camp to 2-a-days to just practices, the sprints on Monday. Well, I don't know how it goes nowadays, but from the sprints on Monday to just that endurance, that conditioning, that training, if you are not in shape and cannot do like a good lap around the track or something, like a good distance without feeling like, oh, this ain't nothing, like, because it got to the point where my conditioning and how my endurance was during track, I'm running 10 seconds. I'm running a 10-second 100-meter dash. Well, 10 for
10 and some little change.
10-5, 10-6, whatever, in 10 something seconds, and I'm not tired at the end of the race running that fast. While meanwhile, you see other people just bending over,
Hands on their
just,
knees.
and I'm just literally, because I remember we were literally having a conversation like a week ago or so,
Mhm.
and a couple of the guys, and one of my homeboys said, like, I remember I used to watch you run, and you would just literally after the race, you just walking by everybody, dapping everybody up, and meanwhile everybody just bent over, dead tired, and you doing and literally doing News 9 interviews.
Yeah.
Just talking regular, just like nothing happened. So training it's a big part of all of that.
Were there any teachers that you looked up to along the way that helped keep your mind state right during those times?
That's a good question. Looked up to?
Or not looked up to, but help keep you right.
Around those times, I can say around my my freshman year. Obviously, Coach Anthony Pirro played a vital part because my freshman year I was terrible. I was a terrible student.
Mm-hmm.
But later on in years, down the road, honestly, all of, I'm not gonna say all of the football coaches because obviously all of them weren't within the building, but a good bit of my coaching staff on all levels. Mainly, I always love my track coaches. Don't get me wrong, I love, Reno, all of them,
who just got the all-time record for winning as coach.
Definitely shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out Coach Sack. Is that just in Ohio or is that?
Yeah, I think that's Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah,
they did that against what, Louisville, I think. He got that win.
Yeah, that was the first game, Louisville.
Yeah.
But I think, some of my favorite coaches that actually I wouldn't, that if I want to put in that category, Coach P, Coach DeMarzio, I think he's still there. Coach Haney's been my guy. Coach Forte.
Yeah.
Coach,
with that look, it seems like there was some good memories that came along with that.
Because every time I run into Coach Forte, we chop it up. We try to chop it up, and no, we don't have much time to chop it up at all. But Coach Forte, Coach Gorman, Principal Gorman now, Miss Allen, Miss Allen, took her to state. Yeah, that's Miss Govey, Miss Go Allen, we used to call her. And one of the people that was actually vital to me during my junior year for my training, one of the coaches, like I said, that picked me up after practice and, had me doing, we was making up parachute training,
training drills.
Yeah, all of that, just trying to find different ways for, me to how to, maneuver my body or how I, get a different gear in my body for me to understand how to run, how to feel during races. And that's Coach Todd Kelly. He was definitely had me doing, protein drinks, acid reflux pills, getting my body,
diet's important.
Literally, like doing the diet in part, getting body right, like, getting fruit, definitely getting me right, man. Like, so, he was definitely one of those.
Did you ever consider being a mentor or a coach for track or football?
I showed up to a recent Striders practice, And shout out Miss Herring, still doing it. She's been doing this for years, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing Striders for years. Shout out to her and her staff. But she seen me and she's like, what you doing out here and you ain't coaching? And I'm just like, I'm just, stopping by, She's like, well, why you stopping by? You can be out here, helping these babies. She's like, but in the meantime, why aren't you coaching? Why aren't you out here? But due to my schedule, I don't have, I wish I had, a lot more time to, pour in to actually help during that time. But, next year I'm going to, try to see if I can make something happen.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, it's always crossed my mind because especially in track, I'm not saying I wouldn't mind helping any kids or anybody's kids out during, football. If they came to me during, if it came to it for a receiver, I wouldn't mind, but I see somebody coming to me for their kid more about track than football.
Okay. So it's safe to say that, you prefer track over football.
100%. 1,000%.
That leads me to the word of the day, guys. We're doing this a little unorthodox right now because, like I said, the software crashed on us on the other program, so I had to go ahead and fire up this StreamYard because we both have heavy schedules, got a lot going on. Heavy is the crowd, and I just want to give you the word of the day real quick because it's ever so fitting right after this subject that we had just spoke about. The word of the day is amendatory. All right, amendatory. Yeah. Amendatory, the definition of amendatory is serving to alter, improve, or rectify. Corrective. You know what I mean? Which was, that's following what we had just spoke about, hey, you want to coach, you want to mentor, I think that's something that is vital for the youth, someone with accolades such as yourself, you could give vital, crucial information on the little things that could help, even if it's just keeping their mind right. You know what I mean? I understand we got busy schedules. We both had a long day, so we're not going to be up all here too much longer, but
we're going to come back.
Yeah, we're going to come back and do it again.
We're going to run it back.
Yeah, we're going to run it back, and I'm going to make sure everything gets right the next time around. And, see, that was the bell. You know what I mean? People ringing the bell. Yeah, ever so fitting. Ever so fitting. So, that was the word of the day, amendatory. With my main man, Maurice Bougard, back-to-back state champ in football, track, the 100, 200, 4x1, 4x2, played with the greats such as like Zach Caleros, you know what I mean, who's in the CFL right now getting paid. He's getting paid.
I ain't watching that man pockets.
We're not, but they put it on ESPN and let you know.
I don't know nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to that man. It has, great success and such. And so let's get into the conclusion of everything in the conversation. I might throw a couple random questions because there's a couple things outside of sports that I want to talk to you about. But I know we don't have much time left. We had a great
save it for part 2. We got a part 2.
It was a great conversation we had prior to the pod starting. You know what I mean? And we was saying like, man, not everything is meant for TV.
Definitely.
And if for you guys that didn't know, the song at the beginning was Him and I that we made years ago on my Delta 510 YouTube page, which I would love for you guys to like, subscribe, and share to. And as well as this show, Heavy is the Crowd, like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, we're giving you a real quick, unorthodox pod. You know what I'm saying? Both got busy schedules, a lot going on, man. So real quick though, give some inspiring words to the youth that's out there trying to do their doggone thing and just might be struggling with words of encouragement. Not getting the words of encouragement. Give them something that they can take with them.
It. No, but no. Man. It's honestly, I'm gonna be very, very honest with this. It's rough with how things are working now in this world.
Facts.
I'll be very honest. For anybody, but mainly for, the younger, man, that made me feel old, brother. Um, you honestly just have to do what they used to really tell us. You just got to keep on working towards what you really want to work towards. I mean, don't push yourself to where you don't have enough time for you, because I'm starting to actually learn that more as I'm getting older, to actually give myself time. Granted, I have a son. I do have a daughter, but she's grown now.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Oh, you laughing?
No. I had to find the right button, man. We all thrown off. Man. We done both had a long day, been up early.
No.
This man came from work, you know what I'm saying? Had, and like I said, we chopped it up for a long time before we had started.
Definitely chopped it up for like a whole hour.
Yeah, man. And then
2 hours before we even.
Yeah, man. And we had such great conversations, man. And it's just like now we're wearing down at the end of the night. We both got early starts that we need to worry about. And but I just wanted to keep things in motion, keep things moving, letting y'all know that we here, heavy is the crowd. But you were just saying the words. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? But yeah, you saying words of encouragement is just do what they ask you to do, man. And find time for yourself at the same time.
Find time for yourself. Grind whatever your goal is, whatever is going to satisfy you at the end of the day, strive to get to that point. If you don't want to be like, for instance, I got somebody in my crew, they don't want to work per se for the man. You know what I mean? They don't want to work they don't want
the man.
Yeah, they don't want to work for the man. They don't want to work for anybody. They want to be their own boss. But in the meantime, they are working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're grinding right now to get what they need out of that situation, so they can go ahead and build and then therefore make their own, which is respectable to me. So that grind right there, that determination of, I don't want to do this I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this as long as I have to get what I need to build what I want. And I'm with that 100%. Because at the end of the day, if you build what you build and you're satisfied with what your ending project is, and it's a success to you,
everybody's definition of success is different.
Yeah, facts.
What's your definition of success?
Happiness.
Happiness. Well, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that through
growth. But honestly, in my mind, when you're successful, you're happy. At least in my mind.
And when you're happy, you're successful.
Not per se 100% all the time, but because honestly, you would figure, you got to be rich to be successful. No.
Money plays an important factor, though.
By far.
Yeah.
But this could, this is success. Me being able to grace your platform to actually talk about some things that people actually want to hear or want to know.
Yeah.
Which therefore can make you happy. Makes me happy to actually talk about. I was happy when we were talking about the shit we were talking about before we even got.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you guys, it's crazy how great the conversations be pre-game. You know what I mean? And our energy is winding down now. Like I said, we done had a long day, and
we'll definitely bring
But yeah, we're going to bring this back, man, and I'm going to make sure I get the ones and twos spinning the right way.
You got to.
Yeah, man. And then we'll talk more about, sports, life. If given the opportunity, would you go to space?
No. No.
Did you get a vaccine? Did you get the shot?
HIPAA law.
HIPAA law. I respect that. I respect that.
Somebody said that the other day. Look at me, said, "You violating my rights."
Hey, some people like to talk about that. Some people don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dash.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Let me think of one last thing before we wrap it up. Yeah, man.
Real quick. I know it's been a minute, but side note. Besides, real quick, let's get. I just want to go ahead and talk about the video that at the beginning of the. Talk about the I Ain't the Baller video. Right?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the I Ain't a Baller. How that came about?
Because you were still trying to remind me. You said you picked me up.
Yeah. Like, you was right on the corner, right by where I shot the video for Steubenville Part 1. When you see me out at the corner store or whatever. Yeah, you was you was walking, and I was in my Grand Marquis, my 1990 Grand Marquis, and I doggone seen you, and I just so happened to have my camera on me, and I was like, "Hey, what you doing?" He was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Well, come ride with me real quick." And you hopped in the whip, and you like, "Where we going?" And I handed you the camera, and I hit record, and I was like, "Yeah, I got the song. I'm about to shoot this video right now." Boom, boom. Started playing the song in the cassette player. Because back then we was using the cassette player that was hooked to the CD player or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
wow.
Played that through the radio, and we literally shot that video. We drove from Steubenville over to Weirton to see Ill Will. We picked up Ill Will, and then he made that special cameo in it, and we drove around the area and just took a few takes, and I brought it home and edited it up.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, definitely did. Yeah,
Luke Pace Fiasco. It was
Tell a Friend Kid.
Yeah, man. That was I Ain't a Baller. That's on my Delta 510. That's YouTube page. Yeah, man. Also on it's on datpiff.com. It's on my album Legend of the Hungry Hustler. Yeah, you could find all the Ghost Smokers music on datpiff.com.
Yes, shout out Dash, shout out all that.
And he C Dash, he also has his own page on Bandcamp and other platforms.
That's big dog right there.
Yeah, man. There were so many other things we want to talk about, man, but we just ain't gonna be able to get to it right now.
We'll get to the musical talented family in part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, man. But we're tired as fuck, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. We tired as fuck, bro. We just wanted to come on here, show you that we keeping it moving. We still here. Y'all don't know how far I came from that wheelchair. Shout out to all my listeners, man. Just shout out to all y'all, man. The fact that y'all just even tuning in, checking us out. I got a couple more special guests. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you was good. I'm in my head.
Yeah, man.
I was just gonna say no. Definitely shout out to you. Shout out to the movement.
Yeah, man.
Pioneering the movement.
Facts.
Podcasting. I wanted to be, maybe I might, indulge
in a podcast yourself, and I would love to help you cross-pollinate.
I was giving you the ideas,
Yeah, man. If there's anything
conversations, but everything is, everything has to marinate, manifest. We'll get down to it if if it happens, it happens. What's meant to be will be.
We'll make it happen. We can make it happen, and I would love to be able to help you start your own platform where you and your people can come in and talk about what y'all want to talk about when we're full of energy. And I'll just sit off to the side and spin on the ones and twos like Savant does on the Joe Budden podcast.
And just be on the side, just talk,
talk my stuff on the side. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to help you out with that. If you guys think that this man needs a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and reach out to me in delta510@gmail.com. Or
dope. Definitely. And you can definitely DM me and I will let him know, if you feel like, you would be cool with. I mean, honestly, real quick.
Go ahead,
The
man.
podcast would just be honestly just you feel like talking of me personally feel like talking about any and everything that I feel what's going on in the world with everything, honestly.
Right.
It could be personal life, love life, basketball. I'm into sports. I'm all of that. So, it would be something of the sort, It
Yeah.
would be it's open-minded,
Maybe I could bring you guys in for a pilot and you guys could come on to Heavy as the Crowd. And like I said, I'll just sit in the background and make sure it's spin the ones and twos, and you and your gang can come in and give it a shot. You know what I mean?
We'll make some calls. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, man. We'll talk about it. No, I ain't a baller.
Tell a friend, kid.
I hit the court and scored 40 like LeBron did. Yeah, this is Heavy as the Crowd, man. With my main man, Maurice Bougard.
Pioneer. I'm with the Pioneer.
Man.
Man.
Yeah, man. We working on it, bro. This is a craft. We're just having fun. We're talking.
Slow build, slow grind.
Yeah, man. But we gonna get there, man. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit the like button.
All of that.
Yeah, man. My main man from way back in the day, got a long history with this man, and we'll talk about it next time around.
Dash, I remember, I was thinking about them times back in the day playing Tekken, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man.
It's gonna be long.
Man.
It's a long day tomorrow.
Long day, man. Yeah, for both of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank all y'all for tuning in.
Definitely.
This is Heavy as the Crowd, unorthodox. My main man, give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely give you yours, man. You definitely building, you definitely grinding, man.
Yeah, man. I love to have you back on, have your gang come on and do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to reach out to me, delta510@gmail.com. Thank all y'all for tuning in. Yeah, man.
Peace.
And we out, bro. Oh, hey, before I forget, you got to work to eat and hustle to live. This is a fact.
Ta-da.
I appreciate y'all. I'll be back soon. I just got to get things right over here. I don't know what's going on. I'm the technical guy. I'm the producer. I'm the party. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
All right, man. You want say peace to him.
Deuces, peace.